I'm Matsuzaki, a psychiatrist. So do you have someone around you who always leaves you feeling exhausted after talking with them? Or someone who always pushes you around? Or someone with whom the conversation always turns to topics you don't like? Do you ever feel that way about someone? If you continue such a difficult relationship as it is, you may end up exhausting yourself by constantly enduring it. Or you may come to dislike the person and feel forced to end the relationship. Well, that's not good for either you or the other person. When you have such a person in your life, how can you keep your mind at peace while maintaining the relationship without breaking it? What I'd like to introduce today is the clear method presented by therapist Jess Miller. Without hurting the other person and without draining yourself, to communicate a boundary, there is a 5-step approach. This is a way of communicating that protects you while minimizing harmful reactions from the other person. Clear is C-L-E-A-R. It starts with communicate, then state the limit, then explain its significance and value, then assure, provide assurance about the relationship, and finally, repeat the limit to confirm it. Let's go through these 5 steps one by one. Communicate their value. This step is about expressing the value of the other person. Before drawing a boundary, you tell them that you value your relationship with them. From the other person's perspective, they may be bracing themselves, wondering if you're about to say something unpleasant. But by first telling them, our relationship is important to me, you make it easier for them to accept what you say. For example, thanks so much for everything you always do. Because my relationship with you is truly important to me, there's something I'd like to talk about honestly. You might say something like that. And then limit or boundary. This step is about communicating the limit or boundary. You briefly and concisely state specifically what kind of boundary you want to set. Things like, I can't do more than this, or I'd like you to stop this. It's the step where you communicate a clear line. For example, you might say, so I'd like us not to talk about politics anymore. Or, so I'd like not to answer phone calls after 10 p.m. You communicate such specific points. Convey them simply as facts without involving emotions. And then explain the benefit. This step is about explaining the benefit. This step is very important. That's because you need to explain why the boundary is necessary. You need the other person to understand what kind of benefit the boundary brings to both of you. This is so that they can see that it's not just a selfish demand, but a reasonable request. For example, by doing this, I think we can avoid unpleasant feelings and keep enjoying our time together even more. In this way, you communicate your positive intention. And then, provide assurance. This step is about offering reassurance. You give reassurance to the other person. Make it clear once again that this boundary is not meant to reject them. Thank you for listening. It's not that I dislike you. You're still an important friend to me. By adding words like these, you can avoid hurting the other person's self-esteem. This reassurance becomes very important in maintaining the relationship. And then, repeat the boundary. This step is about repeating the boundary you've set. Finally, calmly repeat the boundary you have set once more. This is to confirm that the other person has clearly understood your message. Don't leave it vague. So from now on, let's not talk about money. Does that sound okay? Say something like this and make a final confirmation in a calm tone. When it comes to setting boundaries in relationships, Many people may find it difficult because they worry about the other person's reaction or feel guilty. At such times, CLEAR. Why not try communicating while keeping in mind the 5 steps of clear? Well, I myself would like to remember this when the time comes, and I hope it can also serve as a hint to make your relationships with those close to you a little easier. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. And please be sure to share this video with your friends. Oh, I should also put the link to the original video in the description.